Hey, it's Ryan Kelly. You're on the layover. Today we are in Jackson Hole, Wyoming, not Jacksonville, Florida, which I said in my previous recording because, look, there's a lot of snow out there. That's not Jacksonville, Florida. I got Jacksonville, Florida on the mind for some reason, but we're going to check out the snow here. I'm not quite dressed for it. I'm more or less dressed for Jacksonville, Florida, so I'm going to have to put on a bunch of layers for my suitcase to check out this town. The fire is crackling here in the lobby of the hotel I'm staying at. I'm staying at the Snow King here in Jackson, Wyoming. That's where work's putting me up at. And have to get away from this fire outside there. Well, you can take your polar bear plunge and jump in the pool. Actually, I think it's closed. And for good reason, there's plenty of snow out there. But if swimming's not in the forecast, well, you can always ski and snowboard right outside your hotel. Well, I'm not dressed for it, and I don't want to break my leg, so I will not be up there today. It's a bright, snow-covered wonderland out here in Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Had to fly through all these clouds and mountains to get here. It was pretty bumpy, but worth the trip. We're going to walk down this hill as carefully as I can in my dress shoes. There are plenty of places to stay in this resort community. I'm staying at the Snow King. You got the Antler Motel over there. Lots of hotels downtown, and across the way here is the Ranch Inn. Accommodations for every budget, so don't worry about it. I'm sure you can find something up your alley. The sign says there's gifts inside. You know what that means. There's another gift shop tour coming up. Wouldn't you know it, even up here, you can't escape the stranglehold of Starbucks. I'll try to find a local coffee shop and not Starbucks. Support local things, please, especially unique places like Jackson Hole, Wyoming. Anyways, gift shop tour. Yes, it wouldn't be a layover video without another excessive gift shop tour. I'll try to make it quick. You know, they got some cool things in here. Cool things I don't have the money for. But boy, these look warm and I'm cold. So, I'll think about it. But probably not. Like to save my money. They got hats, sweaters, shirts, the usual. Over here in the center portion, oh, by the way, antlers everywhere. Antler chandeliers. You'll see, we'll go outside, there's more antlers. They love their antlers around here. The Antler Motel I mentioned before earlier. They must have an excessive amount of them, and I'll show you why. Here's the cool lucky gift section of the store. You can get your jams, your jellies. I think you can get, what is this, beer bread? Yeah, beer bread in a bottle. I've never had that, so I don't know. I've seen these kind of bottles before. Socks, I could use some more warmer socks. This looks like milk, but I have no idea what it is. Some carvings of some bison, some bears, some larger ones on top. They got a lot of nice clothes in the different stores here in Jackson Hole, and just a lot of really nice dressed people. So I'm thinking this is one of those more posh touristy areas that you could never afford to live in, because I was looking at real estate earlier and it's ridiculous. When I first landed, like, oh, this is nice. Maybe I could live here one day. Then I looked at the home prices, like, no, nah, that's not happening. I think I'm getting into coffee cups. I must be getting older, but I think I want to start collecting coffee mugs. Is that weird? Everyone's got their own little thing. I like this blue one over here. It's a Grand Teton. But, you know, looks like I'm in coffee mug heaven if I want to start collecting. You see what I'm saying? Antlers everywhere. This is like one entrance of the town square here. They got like 4 of these arches of antlers, and even more at the airport. I didn't do my homework before this trip. I'm sure there's a reason. There's elk everywhere, of course. But why is there so many antlers? I mean, there's probably a good reason, and someone's calling me out in the comments right now. I just didn't do any homework before I came here to give you the answers, so you have to Google it yourself this time. More shops. Really cool bar there, I heard. Don't have the money, but hey, you can check it out if you got the money. We're gonna go down this street some more and see what they got. I saw this when we drove in. Looks like a movie theater, but it's actually a pizza place, and I kind of want to look in the windows to see what You know what? There's a ticket booth in there, so once upon a time, it definitely was a movie theater. I don't know how many movies people want to watch while they're up here in Jackson Hole, or Jackson, Wyoming. 2 names for the area. The town is Jackson, the area is Jackson Hole. That's why I keep going back and forth between the two. Nice little bakery tucked back there. I'm not hungry right now. I came fully fed when I walked outside, so that saves money and there's no room. Well, what do you know? There's a realtor, so I guess you can buy real estate here. Let's see how much the listings are. Maybe it's something I can afford. Yeah, I got 5 million. Yeah, totally. What about this one? Oh, that's even better. 7 million. Who are these people that live here? They're not me, obviously. Some people got some money, and that's good for them. They worked hard. They did whatever they did to get to where they are in life. I'm comfortable in my life right now. I'm not a millionaire. Would I mind being one? Nah. This looks like a normal house, and it's over $1 million as well. Anyways, wouldn't mind being a millionaire, but I'm not gonna change my lifestyle too much and make too many sacrifices to get there. I'm pretty content, happy guy. Money don't buy happiness, but money does make a lot of things happen that are happy things. So yeah, money don't buy happiness, but it makes a lot happen as well. So hey, good for you if you got the money to buy a house here. Me? Well, I'm just gonna have to stay in a hotel and wave at you as I visit. I think we're coming to the end of the stores here, so we're gonna probably have this light across the street and walk back the other way and check out more stores. See what else is in Jackson Hole. There you go, some local coffee. Please support it. I mean, well, Starbucks is town. I guess that's local too. It's just a way of thinking, but come to Cowboy Coffee. So every time I popped into a local store, I've wondered, how do these people afford to live here with the wages they're making? And this is why. You can work here and they'll give you housing. And that makes sense because ain't nobody affording a $5 million home working on shopkeeper wages. Just, again, crazy expensive here. Why? It doesn't have to be that way, but maybe it does. Anyways, moving on, seeing some more restaurants and stores. See what they got. It's 26 degrees outside. I'm starting to feel it with my makeshift outfit, but there's a ski slope right there. If we look really hard, might see some skiers or snowboarders. I think my mouth is starting to freeze. As I come down the hill, down the mountain. What's really cool about this town is you can just pretty much almost drive down the main drag here and almost right up the ski hill. The ski lift is right there, literally. Well, I made it back to my hotel. I was going to shoot some video footage on the outside of the hotel, but the snow was starting to fall. I mean, I'll show you outside right in a second. And it's cold out there, and I did my best to layer up with what I had in my bag, but I'm definitely not dressed for this climate. This kind of a consequence of my job. I travel a lot, so sometimes I'm in warm climates, sometimes I'm in cold climates, sometimes in between. And it sounds like I'm slurring my speech right now because my mouth is de-thawing in the warmth of my hotel room. I'll go show you the snow right now. This is why, I didn't want to really be outside much more. I don't know if it's going to pick up. I'll try here. I mean, it's blowing off the roof there. It's icicles. There we go. Yeah, that's why my time outside was done. And no, I'm not having a stroke and I've not been drinking. My mouth and jaw are de-thawing from the cold. All right, it's going to wrap it up for this edition of The Layover. Thanks for joining me. You never know where I'm going to be in the world, so, come subscribe if you want. I try not to take too much of your time, and you can come check out the different areas as I explore them. See you next time.